Good evening to you. Welcome to Monday Night Real Flight. I hope you all had a great Christmas. Woohoo! Hi, Scott. Hope you're doing well tonight. I got the headphones set up. Just gonna putz around the sky a little bit, goof around, get some stick time, do a couple hammerheads. Paul McNeil, how you doing, Paul? I'm getting things ready. Yes, sir. Take your time. No rush. Hope you're doing well, Paul. When you go behind stuff like that, you just don't panic, right? Well, I did start a room. I believe Monday Night Rough Flight is open. Victor, out eating tonight. Have fun, my friend. Enjoy your dinner. Not much happening around here. Just keeping it green. That sounds good, Paul. That sounds real good. Kenny Rogers, what's the business? Time for some flying. Flying the boneyard tonight. Woohoo! There we go. Oh, the silence is killing me. Doot 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 doot. Doot 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 doot. Incoming, incoming. Doot 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 doot. There we go. Enough of me. Enough of me flying. Let's watch somebody else. Got your headset going right here. I certainly do. Why don't I hear anything? Ha! You're kidding. Maybe nobody's on. Oh, I hear somebody now. I don't know how I ended up in that building right there. I wasn't touching the controls. Ah, awesome. I can, yes, sir. I certainly did. Let's switch it to Scott. Nice. Yeah. Yay! Dude, no. Ah, yeah. Time for some lawn care. You're going to have to start. Yeah, Victor. That's nice that you got to fly the turbine, Victor. You're going to have to start a lawn care business there, Scott. You'd be mowing everyone's yard. That thing is awesome. Your propellers on the bottom are not spinning. I guess that's for drone action. That thing is awesome. Kudos to whoever designed that. Yeah, they were spinning. That is awesome. Oh, that's funny. It turns the front tires too. Yeah, you can almost get it to spin on the prop, huh? Nope. Philip Cockrum. Hi, Philip. Spencer's in the house. Hi, Spencer. Hope you guys are having a great time. Having a good day. Slasher has entered. Awesome. Awesome stuff, guys. Let's see what Fly Good Don't Suck is flying. Well, I think it was a little blue plane. So I hope you're all having a great day today. There's a lot of talk about that stuff going on in Minnesota. Does that get you by the gonads and make you mad? Snowstorm up there all day. Philip, that's horrible, man. That is horrible. Hopefully it doesn't affect your work, anything like that. Awesome, guys. They are all in on it, Bill. They are. And you know what kills me, Philip, is they say it's just the tip of the iceberg. It is. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Crazy Quad Brothers, how you doing, my friend? Because the federal government industrial complex has been doing the same thing to us for 100 years or more. Called taxes. They've been taxing us. It's a form of theft, just like the fraud in Minnesota, except on a much, much, much larger scale. And we allow it. We frickin' allow it. Yeah. Not always the best, but you know, that's just the way it is. Being outsmarted by the lowest IQ people on the planet is pretty bad. I don't think they're the ones that thought up the idea, though. Somewhere in a back room, some palms were greased, and shady deals went down. And once they figured out that they could tax us for the rest of our lives, and you know, on state and federal levels, then they know that they got us. They got us. It has nothing to do with Minnesota either. I would agree with that, Phil. Yes, sir. You know, just common sense. If you just have common sense, you're going to make it through life. Flying Ryan has left. Jump in, jump out. No problem. Come and go as you like. Gotta stay hydrated. Coffee to keep me awake tonight. Had my granddaughter today. That was fun. Yeah, once they get anyone to use someone, they don't reserve it. Taxes, etc. BS. Property taxes. If you don't pay your property taxes, well, they're going to take your property that you paid for away. So is it yours? Never. It's a ruse. You pay taxes on the stuff that you buy. Why you worked, you know, and paid that debt full and complete. Yet you still have to pay taxes on it. I did. Philip, I had a great day with the granddaughter today. It was fun. You know, I had a list last week, right? Right at the end of the show, I had that list, 5 things, and freedom was at the top. Yeah, we don't have freedom. It's horrible. Just like higher prices on food, they don't want to go backwards on it. No, they don't. It doesn't matter how much gas, falls in price, that is the only thing that's going to fluctuate up and down. Groceries aren't going to go down. Meat's not going to go down. You know, essential items that you need. Toilet paper's not going to go down. It's still $1 a frickin' roll now. Well, almost 80 some cents. Unless you buy the paper you got to use 12 sheets on. You wrap it around your hand 6 times just for protection. Woohoo! Fly good, don't suck. Thank you so much. I'm going to switch to Mr. Kenny Rogers. We'll watch Kenny Rogers fly his Mustang around. And do some chase cam with him. I get mad every time I go to the grocery store now. Yeah, no kidding. Every time, yes. It's not fun anymore. Stop it. Right? I'm done with it. You know, a few years back, I would have jumped on this opportunity that happened today. My neighbors are going to sell their property, and it's not something they live on. It's an acre already set up with 2 mobile homes, and it's already positive income kind of setup. And all you got to do is buy it. You're going to be generating. Barry Campbell. Hi, Barry. Well, gosh darn, let me get my phone out so I can give you a wrench, sir. That's pretty awesome. Hi, Jeff. Hope you're both doing well tonight. See if I can go to YouTube here and take care of that. Let's see. Oh, Barry Campbell. Yes. What? There we go. They let me do it, Barry. Awesome, awesome. Glad you stopped in. Hook up your roof light and jump in if you like. Get a couple hours of sick time. Stick time. There we go. Probably sounded like I said sick time. You could be a slumlord. Yeah, no. What you could do is buy it, do some improvements, raise the lot rent a little bit to pay for those, plus keep it in a positive cash flow situation and make a few bucks. Oh man, I had a great Christmas. Got to spend it with my mother-in-law and her husband for a little bit. Got to spend it all day with my wife and my kids mostly. And it was a good day. It's always a good day when you can celebrate the birth of Christ. Kenny Rogers got a twin otter, it looks like. Great to hear. Yes, sir. We had a great time, Philip. Thank you. Hopefully you did as well. Kenny, thank you for flying. Doing a great job. Taking us on the route around the place. Catching all the scenery. Trying to fly the tubes. Gotta run and grab a bite to eat. I know where you're going. What a burger. Have fun, Barry. Thank you for stopping in, man. Ate lots of food and played lots of guitar. That is great. Not Whataburger tonight. Oh, man. What's going on, Barry? I mean, I could eat that twice a week at least. Okay, maybe once. We try and limit ourselves to go out to eat at once a month now. You go out more than that and it costs too dang much. Although it's not much cheaper to fix it at your house anymore. Enjoy your dinner, Barry. Philip, I am in. Oh, it's 2 hours away. Okay. Well, there you go. Ham and nachos for dinner. Ooh, that does sound good. That sounds really good. Yeah, we did an impossible cheeseburger pie in the oven. Just, it's pretty good. It's like a Bisquick recipe thing. That and some fried taters, because you always got to have fried taters with stuff. Kenny's got the Sukhoi. Woohoo! Right through it. I did an interview on a call-in show Christmas Eve too. First time doing something like that. It went really good. An interview on a call-in show. That sounds interesting, Philip. Like a radio show? That would be cool. Philip, I have to say I'm really impressed with your guitar collection and now the bass. That's some nice instruments you have, sir. Tim Smith, how you doing, sir? You're more like a podcast. Okay, cool. Kenny's cutting it up tonight. Right on the wingtip. Oh. Gotta stay hydrated. Thanks, Bill. I've been playing the new bass every day. It's a really good guitar. Nice. Had a small deer went under the truck. The wind deflector under the bumper was the only damage. Whoa, that's a good deal, Paul. Must have been a small deer. Glad you didn't lower the truck down any. Slap a set of them dream beams on it, it would have drugged that deer right along with you. Yeah, no kidding. I'd hate for that truck to get messed up. Glad it wasn't a big one that took out the grill. Kenny, thank you, sir. Let's go back up here and see what Scott's flying. Woohoo! He's mowing the lawn some more. I've whacked a few, yeah. I've seen the aftermath of my friend hitting a cow, steer out on the freeway. That wasn't very fun. Totaled the truck. Buddy hit one not long ago. $6,000 in damage. Ouch. That hurts. Let's chase Scott around so we can see where he went. Oh, he's trying to decapitate the gator. Them crazy lawnmower airplane guys. That thing just doesn't want to tip on its nose. A DOS ugly stick. I used to know the name of the guy who designed that one. I forget now. Yeah, if you've never flown the Ugly Stick. It's a really great plane to have. There we go. Giving us a tour of the high building. Right through the windows. Awesome flying, Scott. Woohoo! Dragging the wingtip. Where's our Mike Bird today? Haven't seen him in a few days. I haven't either. Hopefully he's doing well. You know, a lot of times the holidays will bring you down, you know. I know a lot of people that have, you know, have had things happen recently. You know, they lose someone, and then it seems like they lose all hope. You know, they don't think life is going to go on anymore. And I try and tell them, look, man, you just got to pick up the pieces and go on. Woohoo! Nice flying, Scott. I've been through that, yep. And I think the holidays brings it on, too. Mike commented on my GB video this morning. That's good. Maybe he's finally getting a good night's sleep. He has family, yep. Uh-oh. I think Scott's dead stick. Dead stick. Safe landing. I call it a win. Must have ran out of fuel. Let's go back down the list. Fly good, don't suck. Woohoo! That was fast. I know some of you like to fly fast. So have you ever gauged your top speed or know what your top speed is? Because this right here looks pretty fast. Woohoo! That's cooking. Nice flying, sir. Holy cow. That was a fast flight. That's very cool, Philip. I know they have one of those speed radar guns at our field, and they also have a dB meter to test how loud your stuff is. They have to have it. They can't. They have to test every nitro and gas plane now. At least once before you fly it to make sure it's in compliance with the sound levels. There were some people abusing it a little bit, going out there with uncorked mufflers, and the field's like 6 acres, and we're supposed to keep it inbound of that. And a lot of guys fly way out, and way out is close to some houses. So, not a good situation. An RID will get you top speed. Most planes at 4S go 70 or more. That's good to know. I know a lot of 6S jets go plus 100 at least, right? Fly good, don't suck, thank you. Down the list, Kenny Rogers again. Let's see what Kenny's flying. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. 64 millimeter E-flite A10 goes 105. That's impressive. We're going to follow Kenny around. Oh. Nice takeoff, Kenny. Eats up my little field pretty fast. Oh, I can imagine. It looks like you do have enough runway there, a road, 2-lane. Just keep it out of the ditches, right? Yeah, that A10, it really does look nice. They have a really little UMX, or not, I don't know if it's UMX, but I know it's an A10. 30 millimeter EDFs on it. The same as that little Citation. Nice flying, Kenny. Let's go to Johannesburg. See what they're flying. good old Cub. Thank you for flying, sir. Yeah, that's a UMX brown camo A10. Yeah, I didn't know if it was a UMX or not. You know, it was nice to see DIY David yourself yesterday do a live. Those are always fun. Thank you, Dave. I bought a new one for 99 bucks. That's a great price. Cuz I think they were like 150 plus when they first came out. The OG one was gray with a twin 28 millimeter EDFs. Okay. There's so much I don't know, right? There was one at one point, you know, I used to know everything about all the balsa kits, and now, yeah, fantastic little jet. I I I bet it is. Nice. Got the wingtip on the ground. I'll be back. My real flight decided it wanted to update. Yeah, that always sucks. Original was white camo. Was cool but had issues, so they released the brown camo twin 30s after. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really like that Arctic camo. On any kind of a jet. Crazy Quad Brothers, I've seen a few different colored A10s because they fly out of Davis Monthan, or they did, right? And they'd fly over four at a time over my house. I've seen some black. I've seen a black one, and I believe I've seen one that was not. It wasn't gray, but it was a real dirty looking whitish color. Johannesburg, thank you for flying. Let's go down the list. RBNW. You're up, my friend. Hey, Bill and everyone. How How you doing, KKRC 76? Hi, Kelly. Hope you're having a great night, my friend. I saw this really cool thumbnail, but I didn't have time to watch it. It looked like a Chevelle, or even better than that, an Oldsmobile bodied looking thing. That looked really cool, man. Okay, we'll go down to the next pilot. Go to Chase. Sano USA. Is it Santa Lisa? Flying a Mustang. Olds 442, yes. The W30 model, right? With the orange inner fenders. Because those are cool. Really cool cars. Such a classic, yeah. Went from 65 degrees to 18 and snow. Oh man, that is not good. So that is Sano USA, I believe. Looks like a U. My eyes aren't that good anymore. Good morning, Bill and everyone. Mike Bird in the house. Hi, Mike Bird. We were just talking about you. Hope you're having a good morning. We are having a good time here. Just hanging out. You missed all the political talk? Thank goodness. Okay, let's go to the top of the list. Looks like Scott's got a jet airliner. Perfect setting. There's a lot of old dilapidated jet airliners around. Must be the boneyard. Almost. Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year to all you guys. 1947, flying a top flight Focke-Wulf. Need to snuff out one of Scott's engines. Oh man, I'm sure he could still fly it with one engine. Scott's an excellent pilot. How's the Arizona weather? Oh man, it was great today. It's a little overcast. It's been overcast all day. 62 right now. It was 70 for a high today. We're going to have rain on Thursday and Friday. We need it, so, I'm not going to turn down a rain day. Praying for the great awakening in 2026. Boy, we all want that, Philip. We certainly all want that. Yes, Kelly, hope yourself and Ryan are still having fun crawling. Yeah, it looks like an awesome time. I kind of wish you guys would go fly, though. And at least once. And I know the weather's not good for it now, so. Woohoo! 30 right now in the south. Oh, Paul McNeil, that's chilly. I know some of you are really getting hammered. Nice flying, Scott. Holy cow. Oh, Kelly, you know it. Jeff has got his dialed in. It lands like a butterfly for being so girthy, right? We'll just say that. It's girthy in the middle. Even Hanger 51 is cold. Yeah, in North Texas was 70 yesterday. This morning was 28. Oh my goodness. Well, I remember when just a few years ago when Texas had that really bad freeze. They were frozen for a week. If we get that cold, it lasts for about 3 hours. Yeah, so I think Kenny didn't have. Jeff mentioned it. Kenny didn't have a show on Saturday because he's on vacation visiting his brother. So I hope he's having a good time hanging out with family. Wish you the best, Kenny Hanger 51. If you're watching, hello to you. Yeah, pipes were bursting, etc. Sucked for a lot of people. Power blackouts, etc. Yeah, we don't want that here. A couple of years ago, yeah. Only about 8 inches so far today, but drifting bad. So some places have 2 feet and some nothing. I hope Kenny is well. I do miss him. I do too, Mike. I kept hitting refresh on Saturday going, where's Kenny? How come he's not doing a show? Scott Morgan, thank you so much. Let's jump all the way down and see what 1947 is flying. A Focke-Wulf 190. Woohoo! There we go. Craig Bevan. Sup, guys? Wild Bill. Same here, Bill. Yep. Nice to see you, Craig. Glad you stopped in, my friend. Same here. Philip took the XCX6 out and busted some drifts tonight. Love the success. Oh, I can imagine. So right before the show started tonight, I took the trash out after dinner. And my neighbor was pulling up up the driveway with a brand new fifth wheel toy hauler. Of course, the tree that's in my yard hangs over the drive, and he was scraping the limbs on the top of it and on the AC and on the ladder, and he was coming pretty close to some big branches, so I went out there and gave him a hand and second set of eyes for him. That thing had a brand new sticker on it in the back. Nice. Nice flying 1947. It was a fifth wheel behind his truck. He's got one of the crew cab trucks, and it's fairly new, and he's got a Razor already that he keeps in his little shed. And yeah, he does pretty well on it. We'll switch to someone else. But now he's got a place to not on your life, Paul. That last word you said's a four-letter word. Go to the top of the list. Back to Mr. Scott Morgan. Dan Zimmerman. Been busy tonight. That's great. Hope you're having a great night, Dan. Glad you had a minute to stop in. The gang's all here. Sounds like fun, Philip. Kenny, have a nice time. We are getting ready to host the Iowa Bowl Party game on Wednesday morning. Please cheer for my beloved Hawkeyes. Nice. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go use the necessary room. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Philip, we all just got paddle tires for our pre-runners. Woohoo! That sounds like fun, Kelly. I'm sure they're going to kick up some snow. I used to crave these moments with fresh snow for filming RCs, but I've done it so many times now. Yeah, I understand that, Philip. Michael Bear. Howdy, Flyers. How you doing this evening, Michael? Nice to see you. I need to get my hammer ray out in the snow when it isn't so cold. Mike Bird, have you been to Goodwood? That sounds like fun, Paul. Kenny Rogers is back flying at Aeroworks. Festival of Speed. Yes, Paul. Boy, wouldn't that be fun. I mean, if I ever got my dream car, which would be a Morgan, I would order a Morgan And when it's done, I would pick it up and want to take it there. Class C is for me. There you go. He's got wooden body, Bill. Yes, sir. Probably the only car that is still made on a wooden, wooden bucks and aluminum bent over it. They're beautiful. And, they're not the fastest. They certainly are the most stylish, I think. Just classic looking car. Dan, sounds like a must-needed session. Yes, do you guys cover up your balance plug for the snow so it doesn't get wet? Ooh, that's a really good question, Dan. I think I'd be putting it in a Ziploc baggie, the whole battery and everything, then closing it up as tight as I could, Fred! Hi, Fred. Cadillac CTSV is here. CSTSV. Sorry about that. Going out tomorrow in a buddy's woods with cams looking at 12 inches of snow. Whew. Stay warm. Take a big jacket. The battery plug hangs outside the battery box on the hammer ray. Yeah, I can imagine that you don't want to get that wet. Scott Morgan, that is some awesome flying, sir. Classic looking airplane. Probably as classic as a Morgan. Fly good, don't suck. Let's see, is fly good, don't suck fine? No. Let's see. Kenny Rogers is. He's way out there. There he is. Back and forth between PC and grill. A $30 chunk of beef going at its cold out there. That sounds good, Craig. Yeah, that sounds like a really good idea, Dan. Ooh, dang. Well, I hope it's not too bad there, Fred. guess you can't run stuff over. Yeah, really nice flying, Kenny. Please look, Dan, balance lead covers. Wow. Somebody has thought of everything. Dakar race will start soon. Yeah, it's crazy watching those motorcycles race Dakar at 105 miles an hour across the desert. And they're just sitting way back on the seat, all stretched out, just hammering it. Thanks, Mike. I have some of those. I will check those out, Mike. Sell covers for balance lead on eBay. However, between the rain and the wind, it washed my truck off and no water spots. That's nice, Fred. I'm sure black is going to be hard to keep clean. Just wait for the mud. You know, Dan, I like to follow the super trucks in Australia. The ones that are like stadium trucks. They race backwards, but I don't care. It's really cool stuff. Holy moly. I actually use them myself, Phil. I saw those in Long Beach, Bill. Super cool. This year, the bikes do not run with the cars and trucks at Dakar. That's good. You know, down here we have the Baja. Kenny's got a Viper. Some of the newer batteries are including them too, Mike. That's nice. That's good to know, Kelly. You guys put them through their paces. Yeah, Kelly, I can't wait to see you out there running that Oldsmobile 442. When I first saw it, I was like, "Ooh, a Chevelle," and then I was like, "No, that grill isn't a Chevelle." No, kinda, sorta. Close but no cigar. Candy, thank you, sir. Let's switch to Tomo, see if Tomo's flying. Flying something. There we go. Big plans for the first? Nope. Just gonna hang around here. I did clean off the welding table over the weekend. Got all the junk moved out of the way. Table clean. Put a few things up on it that I wanted to tinker with, welding stuff together. But I got to do something else first. It'll be a Toyota grill once I'm done with that Olds. Oh, yeah. They completely forgot about the new airboat and trying it in the snow. Now I have a mission. Woohoo! Heck yeah, Philip. That does sound like fun. Did Roof Light freeze? I think Roof Light froze. It's cold as ice. You made any headway on that truck, Wild Bill? I wish I could say yes, Craig, but no, I haven't. It's in a safe place, and I'll get to it soon. The last 3 months, with my daughter being here and now taking care of the granddaughter, haven't quite had as much time to tinker with it as I would want, But I need to make it a priority. And Craig, I thank you for bothering me about it. It's in the back of my mind, and I'll get there. Hopefully you'll have a dry January. Wish me luck. Yes. Good luck, Mike Bird. I hope that works. I don't know what happened to the Roof Light thing. Let's see. We haven't watched Slasher. I guess it was just Tomo that was froze up. What kind of welding do you do, Bill? Wire feed and arc welding. I've got a little Lincoln wire feed welder. I would really like to step it up to MIG, get the bottle and all that. But that little Lincoln wire feed's really not. It's just 110. I have a Miller-Matic stick welder. That's 220. And I have a Miller that is TIG and stick. But I've never used it. It was actually my buddy's. And it was so big, his family couldn't take it back to Washington very easily, so they let me take it. There for a while, I didn't have 220 in my shop to run it, but now I've remedied that. I've got some electricity out there and a 220 plug-in on 50 amp. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm happy they had when I was in high school. They had a welding class, they had a metals class, they had an auto shop, wood shop. Actually taught you things that you need to know. I've been welding for yeah, I've been making things stick together for 50 years, Philip, but I really don't know how to weld that good. I can get some things to stick, but is it the best? No, I can admit that. Slasher, nice flying, sir. He's got the Night Radiant out. Yeah. They don't teach that stuff anymore. No, they don't. I still have a few things I made in those shops, Bill. Very cool, Philip. I was lucky enough that, when I was a kid and a teenager, my dad owned a machine shop with a buddy, and they did welding. They rebuilt Caterpillar engines. They did a big old 3208 cat when I was there. They did well pipes. They threaded. They had a mill. They had a lathe. Um, I still have my dad's valve grinder, a really old from the 40s or maybe early 50s Black & Decker valve grinder that you can do the seats, you can do the guides, you can do the heads, has all the stones, you can grind the valves, grind the valve stems. And the last time that I remember that machine running, I was probably 15. And it's so old that it has a cooler pump to supply the coolant, fluid to keep the metal cool when you're cutting. And one day I hope to get that thing out and get it cleaned up and use it. I've got a few sets of heads to play with. I'm just stuck in the corner, and one day that stuff will come out and I'll get to play with it and have fun. And if not, I hope somebody else gets to do it. Nice, Jeff. Never could register it in New York. When we moved to Alabama, it was no problem registering it. That's nice. Yeah, back many years ago, I had a 5x8 cargo trailer, and I was rear ended in traffic. Actually, it was 3 cars behind me that were totaled, and the guy ran into my trailer and just completely caved in the door. You couldn't even open it. I had to like cut it off with a cutting wheel. And once I got it open and got all my stuff out of it, I bought it back from the insurance company for cheap, like $125. I had to salvage title or had to salvage title the title to it, and but they let you register it. I kept plates on it, and I cut it up and I fixed it, and I just made it an open trash trailer. I use that thing every day. I pulled it every day for work for years and years. I have no issue backing up a trailer. I like it. New York wanted a complete list of all the parts, heck, some steel I was given from a scrapyard. It was very well built and full of features. Yeah, nice. Slasher, thank you, sir. ITI next. Let's see what ITI is doing. Thank you guys for flying. Well, I'm definitely getting the hang of programming my Edge TX Radio Master TS15 Max. Handy touchscreen, definitely not as easy as Spectrum. Shit, when I was in high school, there was still ROTC with a shooting range. Those cats won the drill team champs. Frankfurt in 1977. That is cool, Craig. Sidecar bicycle sounds cool, Paul. Yeah, that would be cool. Now that's a killer story, Bill. Love it. Yeah, so in junior high school, when my dad had that machine shop, kids used to come around the house and ask me to weld their bicycles. If they broke frame or messed something up. I even welded on a few motorcycles. Boy, that was crazy. Because all I knew how to do was gas weld, but I could make some brass flow. I mean, I couldn't do those Schwinn welds, but I could make them look decent, I built a chopper, 3-wheel chopper, and I wasn't done with it, but the kid down the street wanted it so bad he traded me a 10-speed for it. I was like, do I want this chopper or do I want a 10-speed? 10-speed sounds fun. He won it at like a raffle for the town. He didn't ride that chopper thing 3 times before he crashed the crap out of it going too fast. He had road rash from head to toe. Yeah, best part of the kidding. Oh, there's a lot of stories. ITI is killing it. Nice flying, sir. Who's your pilot? Who's your pilot's next? F-16 time. I broke so many bones doing crazy stuff. That's not good. The worst bone to break, I think, is a collarbone. If you've had one that was worse than that, let me know. I had a friend in school that broke his collarbone. His collarbone stuck up like this for the rest of his life. I never went and got it fixed. Looked ugly. KKRC, have a fantastic night, everyone. An amazing, great new year. See you all soon. Cheers and happy flying. Thank you, Kelly. Have a great night, sir. Say hi to Ryan when you see him. Have a good time with them paddle tires. Nowadays, they won't let a kid walk a block to school. So I would, if I had little kids, Philip, I'd be scared to death to let them out of my sight. I bet his arthritis doesn't think that. Yeah, no kidding. Who's your pilot? Thank you, sir. Go down to the next pilot. Woohoo. Drua. I guess that's how you say it. I won't say it again. It's a good thing that blueberry pie is good for breakfast and dinner. Oh, you know it. I've actually got apple pie. Steve flying the Dominion 3D has entered the flying field. Greg Rowland in the house. Howdy, Greg. Hope you're doing well tonight, my friend. Mr. Greg Rowland. So Barry Campbell was here earlier, right? And I went to his channel and I subscribed. And he's got 3 subscribers now. So it's hard looking up his name too. Barry likes to do the pew 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 videos. Nothing wrong with that. Nice flying, Drew. Awesome stuff. Let's go to Steve. is Steve flying a helicopter, a Huey. Nice. Put a link. Put a link. Let's see if I can do that, okay? Let's go down here and go. Go here and go. Oh, might take me a while. Hang on. Subscriptions. Let me see if I can find him. Okay. Just like that. Can't find him. Oh, it would take me a minute here. I really don't know if I can do it. Don't think I can do it here. If you scroll up through the chat, he's in there. Wow, the owl is definitely making some noise up in the tree tonight, hooting away. Who are you? Hoo hoo. There's only one me on the internet. That's awesome, Philip. Some banker dude has the same name and gets the flack for my most outrageous posts. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them Wild Bills around. Oh, they're Wild Bill RC. Wild Bill Grows. Holy cow, I've never seen the curvature of the earth on this Holy cow. Steve he's way above the 400-foot level. Steve, thank you for flying. Let's go back up the list. Mr. Scott Morgan giving us a smoke show. I love collecting his owl pellets from under the tree with... that's awesome. Yeah, I have found a few of those up on top of roofs. You know, that I've worked with. An owl will sit up on the parapet and then regurgitate their pellets. It's always cool to pick through them and see what they eat. I have been to 94,000. 94,000 feet, Paul? Holy camole. That's a few miles up. Certainly is. Let's see if I can get to Philip this way. I mean Barry. Barry Campbell, where you at? Where you at, Barry? I'll find that link for you. Oh, KKRC. I guess I can't scroll back far enough. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not allowing me to scroll back far enough, guys. Glad you made it tonight, Mike Bird. Yes, sir. I am too. The movie 1941. That is a great movie. Meat done. Back in a moment. Ooh, sounds good. Enjoy, Craig. Owls are cool. We usually have one in the neighborhood when it's summer. I'm sure they're there in the winter time too. I haven't seen the one that comes in my yard in a few days. I haven't been outside in the shop to hear them. So, when I was doing the show out there, I could hear them. In here in the house, I can't hear anything outside. My wife can pull up in the yard and honk the horn for me to go out and help her carry in the groceries. And mysteriously, I can't hear that either. Not that I don't want to go help, I didn't hear you. Hollywood. Where is Hollywood? Hollis P. Wood. I get a big barn owl. We can't hear it in the winter, Bill. Probably hiding somewhere. We had some blue jays flying around the house over the weekend. Philip, I am pretty sure that a lot of people, feed the birds. And so they know where to go to get the food. We used to feed the quail. We'd always have a bunch of quail in the yard. But I haven't fed the quail in 15 years. And they're still in the yard. So they like my brush piles. They can hide from the predators. I challenged it and they took it away. I noticed a strike warning on my channel. It was one of my first videos with the FMS JU87 Stuka. My late dog then was named Ozzy, and that I thought I said a certain old German. Oh no! That's horrible. Yeah, I love the Stuka. Great British sports car maker, but I'm no Bond. Trying to bring it back in one piece, 007. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'd rather have a Maxwell smart car than a Bond car. You know, that Sunbeam Tiger would be. Little small block Ford V8. Me neither, Mike, but I do like them. Saw the Valkyrie racing in Long Beach. It was the greatest sounding race car I've ever heard. Let's go to Fly Good, Don't Suck. Oh, got some hover action going. These guys are dragging tails on the ground. Woo! Very nice, guys. If I could, I'd have a Bugatti Veyron. I believe they cost in the millions, right? Even a crashed one. Which there are people that buy them and fix them. New Year's resolutions. I'm not sure, Philip. I don't want to say anything because then I'm locked in, you know? People will give you a hard time if you don't follow through. They cost more than a SWS timber. Damn, for as cold as it is outside, it cooled up nice. Was wondering if the cold would mess it up. Spuds came out cooked through too. Pigging out. Oh, sounds great. Enjoy your dinner, Craig. Yeah, we had an extra baked potato left. So when it was cold, and I didn't really want to warm it up in the oven for half an hour, so I cut it up and put it in a frying pan and fried it like fried potatoes. They were actually really good. That's the first time I've ever done it that way. I believe my grandma used to do it that way. She'd cook the potatoes halfway in the microwave, then cut them up and put them in the frying pan so they didn't take so long. That's why it's called a resolution, and I never make them. Yeah, I'm hesitant. Kind of like the current Flyers named as Fly Good Don't Suck. Yeah. That's a great resolution right there. Fly good and don't suck. Fly good, don't suck. Thank you so much. Let's go see if Johannesburg is flying. Not yet. Slasher up next. Woohoo! I'm going to use that too, Fred. I'm going to use that. I'll watch that after the stream, Mike. I was driving home at Nürburgring on my sim rig using the Autoblista 2 sim. Okay. It's Stig Top Gear Racing. It's fast every lap on the track. Stig, he's like the guy in the helmet, right? That's who we're talking about. The unknown driver, Stig. Or at least I've never seen his face. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that one. Yeah, they have a show on YouTube that I like to watch. It's called Hot Rod Hoarder. Those guys just go around and find old hot rods. And, if they can, they buy them up and then clean them up and resell them to people that want to build them. Or they fix them themselves and race them. Some really cool stuff. They were showing today a 69 Copo Camaro in white. Came with a factory 427 4-speed and 456 rear gears from the factory. Makes it probably one of the rarest Copo Camaros that was ever built, being with the 456 gears. Maybe even fly on a plane in it one day. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, they had a video today. And, they're from down there in the Tennessee area. They find a lot of really cool stuff. Man, where the heck did the time go? 8:25 already. Probably later for some of you. Even into the morning for Mike. Slasher, thanks for flying, sir. Who's your pilot? Let's watch Who's Your Pilot. Nice flying there. Who's your pilot? Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're not having fun too. Time is a funny thing. The older you get, the faster it goes. Hit the blimp. Drew H is on the blimp. Says, try and shoot me down, fellas. What plane do you hope will come out in 2026? That's pretty easy. Let me have a UMX Bronco. I want a UMX Bronco. OV10 Bronco. UMX size. That would be fun. Yeah, I could afford a UMX one. You know, if they make a great big one like they did before, I can't afford that. I'm on a budget. I just had to pay my water bill for the entire year today. It's due by the 5th. So $240 for the year, not too bad. Not bad at all. And you know, I guess I'm glad that I have the money to do it. Ooh, a 81-inch chipmunk. A super chipmunk. That would be nice, Craig. Definitely be nice. That's cheap, Bill. Let's go to Drew. Last guy on the field. Watch him take off his sky crane. Happy New Year to you guys. I hope you have a great week. Hope your Tuesday and Wednesday go really fast so you can have a Thursday and Friday off maybe. And if you got to work, thank you for working. The government needs your money. Still hanging to the end. Thank you guys. I certainly appreciate all of you being here. And we're going to try and be better this year and not miss any weeks. And continue the Monday night Real Flight deal going on. Thanks for the Real Flight and live stream session, Bill. Chat and flyers. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you too, Fred. Thanks, Bill. Happy New Year, everyone. Really hope it's kind to all of you. Dan, I'd like to see a 1.5 meter Scrappy and a 1.5 or more twin GA like a DA62. That would be cool. That would be really cool, Dan. A Scrappy would be nice. Appreciate it, Phil, and Happy New Year to you and your loved ones too. Happy New Year, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you next Monday night. I'm going to leave the Real Flight going. Not until tomorrow, but I'll leave it going for a little bit if you want to continue flying. And I thank you guys for being here. Have a good one. See you next time. Yes, sir, Mike Bird. Thanks to Fred for originally bringing us the Real Flight session and Bill taking over. Yes, guys, thank you. Have a great week. Many blessings.